And Senator Bernie Moreno will introduce legislation expanding restrictions on Chinese vehicles in the U.S. market. Joining us now is automotive industry expert Lauren Fix at Car Coach Reports. Lauren, good afternoon. Always good to see you. How are you doing today?
Good to see you too, Don. Yeah, so this is a big story because it's not just the cars, it's also the parts and the software. And that's actually good for manufacturers here in North America, but it's also setting a huge tone. And President Trump's been talking about this, and now it looks like it's going to become a reality.
Right, we're talking about, you mentioned cars, hardware as well, partnerships in addition to all that. So, can I just ask you, how dependent actually is the U.S. auto industry on Chinese components?
You would be surprised. It's quite dependent. A lot of the software on the center screens is developed in other countries, or it's developed here, and the components and the chips are made in other countries. That's why you're seeing companies like NVIDIA producing here. Qualcomm is also producing chips here in the US. The goal is obviously to have more components and parts made here. And how many times have you gone to a dealer to get repairs done on your vehicle and they can't get the part from the dealer, so they get it from an auto parts store? You don't know if it's made in China. You don't know if what the quality level is. And as a consumer, you obviously want the safest components and parts for your car. So there's a big mix in not just repairs and maintenance, but also the sales side.
So what really is the concern here about Chinese parts or Chinese software? Are we talking about data collection concerns? What is it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And that's part of what President Trump had said. Canada can go ahead and invite 49,000 cars to be sold in Canada, but those vehicles, so they claim, I don't know how they're going to do this, is going to say that when you try to cross the border into the US, you will not be allowed to. Now, I have heard people say you can buy a car in Mexico and drive it across the border, but you're not going to be able to register it and you're not going to be able to insure it. So remember that even if you own a Chinese car, that's going to be the big problem. The factor is that they collect a lot of data, not just off your phone, but other phones and communications around you through Bluetooth connections, through Wi-Fi connections. And they're also collecting data on your home, what's in your home, and wherever you go. And we have a lot of restrictions on that here in the US. And actually, it's funny that other countries have a lot of restrictions on privacy, like Germany does. But for some reason, they've allowed all these Chinese cars, all this Chinese technology, and it's hugely impacted the sales for their industry, for their jobs and their economy. And so you have to decide, are we in it for our people and to produce cars for our country, or are we supporting China? And it depends. Again, the past administration was all about supporting China. This administration is all about supporting US jobs and our economy.